Okay, Judge, we're live.
Thank you. Good morning. This is Judge Alyssa Perez presiding over the 210th District Court criminal docket for January 18, 2022. All matters being heard today are being heard in accordance with all emergency orders and directives regarding COVID-19. In addition to that, we are streaming all matters live via YouTube for public viewing. As I was mentioning before we got onto YouTube, I am operating remotely, so I'm going to leave my camera off for now because I've been getting a lot of low, I guess, unstable internet. And so if we have any issues with the audio, please let me know if you can't hear me. Mr. Pantoja, would you please call our first case?
Yes, Judge. Celaya on page 1.
Okay.
Cause number 2020-0D03679, State of Texas versus Victoria Alejandra Celaya. Announcement to council, please.
Roa King for the state of Texas.
Good morning, Judge. Bill Hicks on behalf of Victoria Celaya. We're present and ready to proceed.
Good morning. We are set for a status hearing today. Is this one where we were waiting on maybe some things from your client, Judge?
We are, Judge. There's a dismissal rec for UAs and an NCTI class, and the court has been more than generous in allowing my client time to finish her classes and her UAs. And the court had emphasized that this was the last time you were going to reset the case. However, Your Honor, she has now completed everything. We just don't have the results back of the last UA. So I would humbly ask that you reset us maybe 2-3 weeks. I don't know how long it takes to get back UAs, but as soon as we get back that last UA, assuming, and we've knocked on wood twice now, that the UA is clean, then we'll be forwarding that on to Ms. King so that we can hopefully get a dismissal forwarded on to the court. So if we could perhaps get that reset a couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks maybe, in order to get the UA back.
Ms. King, are you okay with that, or where are you now?
Judge, I am okay with that.
Okay, let's do a reset with 2 weeks. Mr. Chris, are you there? I know we have no future settings, but let me ask, when's our next regularly scheduled trial setting? Is it in July still, or when are we?
It is, Judge. That's correct.
What is it?
15th.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get her trial setting, because I don't want that to be hanging out there in case things go not how we're hoping it's going to go. Judge, is there anything outstanding in terms of motions to suppress, anything that would require a hearing?
Nothing at all, Judge. We would be ready to go into trial if that's necessary.
Okay, so what we'll do, Chris, is we'll just give them the 2-week status, and then just have our final hearing, plea deadline, and then trial on the 15th. So we'll wait. Hopefully we'll get our dismissal going, but if not, Judge, if you need anything in the interim before that July trial, then just let us know via email with your pleading, okay?
Perfect, Judge, perfect.
Thank you. Thank you, Chris. Who's next, Chewy? And Judge, you're excused if you don't have anything else.
Thank you so much, Judge. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, Judge. Gallardo, page 1.
Okay.
It's cause number 2020-0D05746. Cause number 2021-0D01564. Cause number 2021-0D01343. State of Texas versus Fabian Gallardo Jr. Announcement to council, please.
Ashley Martinez, ready for the state of Texas on all cases.
Good morning, Your Honor. Omar Carmona on behalf of Fabian Gallardo. Ready.
We're set for statuses. I think last we met, we were kind of on the verge of having this resolved. Are we still there?
I thought so too, Judge. I approached Ms. Martinez about a counteroffer before I continued to explore the avenue I had with Ms. Martinez. My client reached out to me that he does prefer to take it to trial. So that's why I did not even try to waste Ms. Martinez's time.
Okay, let me see. I know we have a bunch of trial jury panels for February. I just don't know how feasible that is right now, health-wise. Chewy or Chris, do either of you happen to remember the last February jury panel date? If I look at a calendar, I might remember, but
I believe it was the 9th and 10th, Judge.
those were in the middle, but I thought there was one at the very end of February. Let me look at my calendar. I thought we had the 4th, the 9th and 10th, and then I thought we had one at the end of February. Am I incorrect on?
Let me see if I
Don't think so, Judge.
recall the 9th and 10th, Judge, but let me see if there's any other dates.
Let me see if I can access my my master calendar here. Yeah, I can't. Oh, but you know what? Because of the change in, let me see, I might have it in my email. Yeah, we're set on the 24th. We're set on the 24th, Thursday, February 24th, approved. Yeah, because of this transition that they were doing for us from, I guess, whatever we're using now, Outlook to Microsoft, they encouraged us to share our calendar. So even though I don't have access to it, I did email it to myself. So we have 2 panels on the 24th, and then I think we have March 17th. March 17th, I think is the only date. I thought we had the 18th as well. Okay, so how many panels do you all think we would need? Could we do it with 2? Because I think for the 24th, I only have 2 panels on one day. I don't see us with another date. You think y'all can do it with 114?
We should. I mean, then again, I haven't picked a jury in quite some time to obviously post-pandemic. I don't know what, it's going to be interesting to see what jurors are thinking.
Right.
But
I mean,
I'm ready.
If we're in similar health situation much longer, then obviously for me, that end of February date is not feasible because not really looking to bring people in when we have Omicron just spreading everywhere. But we'll set it in the event this kind of goes away in the next couple of weeks to a point where we can possibly go. And then I will put the backup for March 17th. Now for that one, what I'm seeing here on the master calendar, Chewy, we might need to look into this, is that they have us down for Liberty Hall. I think that was Council of Judges anticipating that we would have that. What I remember telling Mr. Cuccaro is, well, that might be fine, but I still want to be first for both Commissioners Court and Liberty Hall. So I will confirm the details on that, meaning that we have 2 panels for Commissioners Court on that date, or at least 1 panel at Liberty Hall, although I kind of think we would do Liberty Hall the same way. Even though we could get more people in, I would still try and bring 2 panels, which would put us at 160.
And Judge, if I may, if the next backup date was in mid-March, that is the kids' spring break, and Mr. Darnell would be defending my wife in a murder trial if I am stuck in a spring break trial.
So I haven't been, unless there's some kind of vacation certificate on file, Mr. Carmona, because of the circumstances, I'm not really, I mean, I'm still setting them. And so, if we don't do it by then we're looking we're looking into April. Let me see when we have April 8th. 7th and 8th. I do have both days, so there would be 4 panels then. But I know when I was scheduling these, and as we've been going through other cases, I'm not sure if you all would. What I'm going to do, Omar, is I'm going to set them. If we don't go in February and you need to ask for a continuance, that's going to be up to you. But I just need to take advantage of the dates that I have because they're so. Okay, guys. So, I thought you were smiling, Ashley. I thought that meant we had this wrapped up. So, ni modo. Okay.
No, she was just thinking, Judge. That
I
there
thought
was-
we did too. This is news to me, Your Honor.
I could defend Dana all day and nobody would ever convict her of murdering Omar. It's justified right off the bat.
Well, then we might have to continue the trial. We might have to
But,
continue it then.
Omar,
I don't know. He's got some colleagues in his office. They could try it. All right, guys. Mira, that we're gonna go with those settings because that's what I have, and then I'll just see what you all do. What would that be news to you, Ms. Martinez? Do you know of any? Well, let me put it this way. Just let the court know if you are going to have any issues with your witnesses, things of that nature. Same to you, Mr. Carmona. If something comes up other than the spring break thing, just let me know. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor. Since we just got the date right now, I will check this afternoon with my witnesses.
Chris, with each of those trial settings, we need final hearing plea deadlines on the Tuesday before each one of those trial settings.
Yes, ma'am. You got it.
So even though those might not necessarily be, if we know we're going to trial, at least give us a chance to talk to one another before the actual trial date.
You got
So,
it.
all right, guys.
Thank you, Your Honor. Maybe excuse.
Thanks a lot. Y'all take
Thank you,
care.
Your Honor. May we be
Just a minute, Mr. Carmona. Mr. Carmona.
Sure.
I don't know if you're covering Rubalcaba, the probation status.
I am now. I can.
Judge, would you like to take care of that case now as well?
Sure. Was set at 10. Were we requiring he's in jail?
He's in jail.
Yes.
Okay. Give me a second. Yeah, we can take care of that. Let me just get to the probation report. Go ahead, Chui.
Yes, ma'am. It's cause number 2018-0D03021, State of Texas versus Javier Adrian Rubalcaba. Announcement of council, please.
Roa King for the state of Texas.
Omar Carmona for Mr. Rubalcaba. Ready, Your Honor?
Okay, and this is set for probation status hearing. I'm just pulling up the case summary, so bear with me. Carla, do you have an update for this one? Is Carla there? I'm sorry.
Yes, Judge, I apologize. Good morning.
Okay, no, I'm not looking at Zoom, so go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying to pull it up.
Several issues with him not testing, not reporting. He's been drinking through September. EHN caseworker reports in October he has not progressed. So BHRTC is the recommendation.
And Your Honor, I will, if I would have more to report on him, but he's been in lockdown on COVID quarantine. He did test positive upon entering the jail.
Mhm. 4-3, he had tickets on
He's
April.
also scheduled this afternoon for a bond hearing at 3.
Oh, well, I would imagine, have we received any notice from the jail? If he's on quarantine still, Omar, then I'm sure we're probably going to get a heads up from the jail that's, have we received that, Chris?
No, ma'am. I have not received any phone call nor email.
Okay.
I will call just to get a heads up on it
I
though.
think we can get an update because what normally happens is they'll let us know if they're on quarantine, Omar, And then I will not request him and we'll push him back. But if we haven't received that, maybe that he's out of quarantine now. So we'll leave the 3 o'clock setting.
So, okay, so they just to let you know, the email we got is, they gave us his block number, confirmed at the downtown jail, active quarantine tank, moved on the 12th. So he will be there for 14 days until the 26th or the 27th. That's the last note we had from the jail.
Okay. So are you good with moving the bond hearing then this afternoon?
I'm fine with that, Judge. I don't think you're probably gonna get notice anyway that,
Yeah.
but yeah, that they gave us those 2 dates as 26th, 27th.
Yeah. So let's push back the bond hearing for 2 weeks.
March 1st, Judge.
I'm sorry,
March 1st would be the date that we would move it to.
March? We're just going 2 weeks.
Yes, and that would be March 1st. Or
You're-
excuse me, February 1st. February 1st.
So we're just gonna blow off February. Is that
Yeah.
what we're doing, Chris? We're just giving up on February. No.
You know what, Judge? Yes, my Cowboys are not in the Super Bowl. Sorry. Sorry, Judge.
Hey, I wasn't gonna bring it up, guys. I know it's a painful, delicate, fresh wound there. All right. So 2 weeks, Mr. Carmona. But look, if you are your office is in contact with him, I'm at BHRTC, period.
Okay,
So
We'll be in-
if we need to get that moving, I mean, like, yeah, if we need to get that moving, let's just get it moving. If something he needs to sign off on and get him on the waiting list, let's do that. The sooner the better. Okay?
we'll let you know, Your Honor. Thank you.
Ale pues, thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right. Who's next, Chewy? And now you can
Hey,
take
Judge.
off, Mr. Carmona.
Thank you.
All right.
Mr. Livingston on page 2, he's got 5 cases.
All right. Go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. It's cause number 2021-0D02969. Cause number 2021-0D02978. Cause number 2021-0D02932. Cause number 2021-0D02554. And cause number 2020-0D06337. State of Texas versus Young Peck Livingston. Announcement of council, please.
Roa King for the state of Texas.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jeep Darnell for Pyong Livingston, and he is not appearing here. He is in jail, but we're ready to proceed.
Okay. And so do we have all the cases? I thought he is being held now because there were some new cases. I'm not sure if they were new cases or just some type of PR violations. But
No, they were all new cases, Your Honor. I
Okay.
don't know if we have them all yet or not. That was sort of what I was wanting to find out before I started going through 2801s.
sure, and I'm thinking we're just gonna have to, I want to find out the status on those. Ms. King, do you know?
Judge, I believe we have all of them. Just give me 1 second. My system is loading. Yes, I believe we have all cases, Your Honor.
Hmm. So let me see, 2021, 29, 29, 29, 25, and then a 2020 case. Wow, I'm surprised. I thought there was something else outstanding.
I did too, Judge.
And Chris, can you get into Odyssey and look at the jailings, or is Marissa here? Or is it Mr. Marissa? Do you see anything in there? I thought he had some like end of year new arrest that, you know, the new cases prompted the capiases on these cases.
Judge, when I look in jailing, I see AC, an alias capias for burglary of building.
Uh-huh.
The offense date was 10/3/2020.
Right. So maybe we can see on that, it would have been a violation notice on that PR bond. Let's say that's for the burglary of building. Well, it could have been one of 3 cases. Can we just see if it was a new arrest?
I'm checking, Judge. Just
Sure.
a moment.
Sure. When is our trial setting, Chris?
May 20th, Judge.
May 20th. Okay. So in terms of the 2801s, Jeep, are you needing to extend that deadline as we're trying to track down to see if we have these new cases?
Yes, ma'am, that's my preference if the court will allow me. It all keeps adding up, and so I was just kind of waiting to have everything in front of me because there's going to be some crossover in what I am asking for across the cases because they are fairly similar.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. We can push the 2801 deadline to the next setting. My thought was if we have other cases in the queue was to find out how quickly those will be presented to the grand jury and then track the timetable on the new.
Right.
Yeah, they're telling me they don't see any new cases either. Maybe I'm just misremembering this completely. In any event, I don't have a problem pushing back the 2801. Jeep, maybe you can look into that as well. Again, I don't have my Odyssey operable right now, so so the Mr. House was the PR violation just for what? I thought he was reporting because he was reporting to court.
Yeah, I think the PR violation was the new arrest, Your Honor, one of the new arrests, because then he even picked up new indictments after he got arrested on your PR revo. More of them kept coming in even after he was in custody.
Okay.
Judge, and that's what I see as well, is for picking up the new offense.
Okay, so but I guess new offenses, we already have them. That's what we're saying. Okay, all right. Well,
I show we have a status on schedule for March 3rd, Your Honor. So may I?
yeah, we can go to that date. We'll go to that date for the 2801s again. File it as soon as you file whatever you have as soon as you can, especially if you need a hearing on something, Jeep, so we can get you a hearing. You just let us know if you need one.
Yes, ma'am. I think a lot of it is going to be discovery related as opposed to like a motion to suppress or anything like that. So,
Okay.
But
You know of some things outstanding as of right now?
I think so, but I want to document it properly, put it on in paper, just so that
Sounds
because
good.
this could get real ugly on me.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so we'll see you all at the next setting. And that will be now our 2801 deadline. All right, anything else?
Not on that case, Your Honor.
Okay, what else do you have, G?
I have
Brandon Ramirez, Judge, on page 3.
Oh, okay. Uh-huh.
Okay, it's cause number 2019-0D06019. Cause number 2019-0D06020. Cause number 2019-0D06626. And cause number 2020-0D01801. State of Texas versus Brandon Ramirez. Announcement of council, please.
Robert King for the state of Texas.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jeep Darnell for Brandon Ramirez. And now that I have the 2 longest case introductions in this court's history, I think, I'm wondering what I did to upset the court to get all these wonderful defendant appointed cases.
Hey, I think you should ask Robin Norris. I think he has the record. I think he had about 14 or 15, one guy.
God almighty.
Wow.
Yeah. So what are we doing? Judges.
Judge, on this one, so I don't know if you'll recall, but I had been subpoenaing and trying to get records from Emergence on my client for his mental health records while he's been in custody. And they kept just blowing everybody off. And finally, they told me that they don't, even though they are the provider for mental health services in the jail, they're not the custodian of records for all those documents. And that UMC is the custodian of records. So we've sent off to UMC now to try and get the mental health records for my client's treatment while in custody. And I'm gonna have to start all over potentially, but where we were going, Brian Herrera and I had talked about sending my client to either BHRTC or SafeP, but he wanted to see the mental health records first. I know what the sum and substance of them are going to be, but he wanted to see those essentially as justification for giving this kid a shot, because he's like, now I think he's either 20 or 21, and he's got a hellacious criminal history and he's got a horrible drug problem. I mean, we're just doing the same thing over and over again. And so he wanted to have some documentation to put in the file to show, okay, yeah, this kid needs treatment versus just sitting in jail. But but it has proven impossible to get these records.
So let's see. When is our trial setting?
We have a trial setting, February
February 18, Judge.
February
I
18th.
have jury trial.
I mean, I can leave it set there, but I mean, it doesn't sound to me that that's any at all realistic. What do you want to do, Jeep?
I mean, I'm obviously not interested in trying these cases, Judge. It's something I want to work out, so I'm trying to get those documents. I don't know if the court would be willing to push the trial date already, or I don't know what the court's preference is. I have been trying like crazy to get these records, and it's just not working, but it's critical for a resolution.
Okay, I don't have a problem if you're requesting, and Ms. King, I'm sorry, were you going to say something? Go ahead.
This is the first time I hear about the records. However, I did update the rec on portal.
What is it?
So it's going to be 8 TDC with the robbery and one of the theft that ends in 6626, and dismiss the other two that end in 6019 and 6020.
Okay.
I think that was pretty much the rec that was already there, was 8 TDC.
Okay.
But Brian and I had talked, and the guy's got horrible criminal history for being as young as he is. And he's an absolute addict. I mean, there's no question what's going on here. It's
Okay.
100% drug driven and self-medication driven.
I don't know then if it's realistic. What I was going to say is I'll leave the February date, give you the backup date of July 14th and 15th. And I guess, the rec, it is what it is. So if you're in agreement, Jeep, I just assume cancel that February date. I'll leave it if you want it, but I think I'll just give you a new slate of settings that correspond with that July trial setting.
That works perfect for me, Judge.
Okay, let's do that. So Chris, anything that is currently set up through that February date, let's cancel those and then just replace him on that July 14th and 15th jury trial with the final hearing plea deadline the Tuesday, the Tuesday before, and any upcoming things.
Your Honor, I don't expect to have to actually try this case, but just to let the court know, I'm supposed to be out of town on vacation 13, 14, 15, coming back the 16th. I think I have a vacation certificate on file, but I can't swear.
Okay. I'm going to set it.
Okay.
The only thing I don't have is I only went as far as about halfway through the year in terms of scheduling jury panels. So offhand, I can't tell you if I have another one after that July 14th and 15th, which is why I'm not offering another one. And then I don't know if I have any in June, and that would put us into May. I don't know if that helps. So I'm just going to leave it as is for now.
That works.
Let us know if you do have that vacation certificate, and I'll get to work on new jury panel dates as soon as I can. Okay.
Understood.
All righty. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
You may. Who's next, Chuy?
Hey, Judge Hall on page 1.
All right.
It's clause number 2020-0D04880, State of Texas versus Richard Jesse Hall. Announcement, counsel, please.
Roa King for the state of Texas.
Charles Roberts for the defense.
All righty. Final hearing plea deadline. Ms. King, what is the rec?
Your Honor, the rec is 10 deferred. However, we did file a motion for continuance because the victim is in Juarez and we need to apply for a visa for her to come in for trial, and that's going to take some time.
Okay. Do we know what the turnaround time is for that? For example, if I were to schedule you or reset this for July, is that enough time?
Judge, from what I read on the website, for the visas, temporary visa, it takes around 2 months.
Okay.
But I'm not too sure.
And has the application been done, or is that in the queue?
That's in the queue.
Okay. Mr. Roberts?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any chance your client is taking that 10 deferred?
Your Honor, it was posted at, I think, 7:20 this morning. We really haven't had a chance to talk it over, but I don't want to give too much hope. I think it's going to be a try. Okay, but I
Alrighty.
will discuss it.
Okay, my thought is then, obviously, we're not going to trial this week, but we would get a new trial date of July 14th and 15th. And then from there, if for whatever reason your client thinks he's gonna plea or you guys are gonna negotiate some more, go ahead. If not, we'll just have a new slate of settings, Mr. Roberts.
Yes, Your Honor, I do want to mention, like the last council, I have a vacation certificate in July
Okay,
that I have.
okay, let me double check something. Yeah, I would hesitate to put it any sooner because that may not give the state enough time to get their witness. And I don't have an alternate date. For now, we'll go ahead and make a notation on your vacation certificate, Mr. Roberts, but I am going to set it for those 2 dates. Again,
Yeah.
as soon as I can get whatever my next jury panel dates will be, I will offer that to you all as a backup date.
That would be fine.
All right, thank you very much.
you.
Anything else?
That's it.
Thank you, Mr. Roberts. If you don't have anything else, you are excused.
Thank
Who's next, Chewy?
Hey, Judge Olivas on page 3.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, it's cause number 2020-0D03607, State of Texas versus Alex A. Olivas. Announcement, council, please.
Robert King for the state of Texas.
Victor Solano, may I have the friend, Your Honor, ready?
Okay, we're set for a status hearing. What are we doing on this one?
Your Honor, our last conversation with Josh was maybe doing a misdemeanor, but we haven't heard anything on this one yet. So I do
Your Honor,
not.
I don't have anything from Josh regarding that. The only rec I have is the 6th deferred. But if you can send me that email.
It was actually on the record, so there might be a transcript of it. He might be considering, so he was gonna look into it. I do not know if he was gonna do it.
What are we set for? What's our trial setting?
We don't have one yet, Judge.
We have no upcoming hearings, Judge.
Well, we need to get, I wonder why. Why haven't we had it? Did we just not think we were gonna go to trial or?
That's a possibility, yes, Judge.
Okay, well, we're gonna set the trial for July 14th and 15th.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Okay, and Chris, let's get him the new trial track.
I will, Judge.
Thank you. All right, thank you all. Thank you, Mr. Serrano.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
You may.
Thank you.
Who's next, Chief?
Hey, Judge Renee Ramirez, page 3, bottom of page 3.
Okay.
Cause number 2021-0D00713, State of Texas versus Renee Ramirez. Announcement to council, please.
Robert King for the state of Texas.
Good afternoon, good morning, Your Honor. John Joseph on behalf of Renee Ramirez, and we are ready to proceed.
Again, this is a final hearing plea deadline. What's the rec, Ms. King?
Your Honor, it's going to be a drug test. If it comes out negative, then the state will dismiss this case.
How quickly can we get it done, Mr. Joseph?
That's my understanding, Your Honor. We just received that rec this week, so I just need to let my client know the good news and we'll get her in. My question was if the state, every ADA is different, if they have a specific place they want me to send her or if any lab is okay.
Any lab will be okay with me.
Okay.
The sooner, the better.
Okay, sounds great.
We're going to reset this for 30 days, final hearing plea deadline, okay?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too. Who's next, Shui?
Hey, Judge Herrera on page 2. Let me see if Ms. Caballero is available. Teresa Caballero. Teresa Caballero.
Good morning.
Morning, ma'am.
Arnie, go ahead.
Good morning.
Yes, Judge. It's cause number 2019-0D02086, State of Texas versus Daniel Herrera. Announcement to council, please.
Robert King for the state of Texas.
Teresa Caballero on behalf of Mr. Herrera. Ready?
Good morning, and we are set for a status conference. Obviously, this is one that has been outstanding for quite a while with Mr. Herrera. By two separate, right? This is our individual who was examined by two separate mental health professionals and was found to be incompetent. Let me ask Ms. King, has there been any, I guess, reevaluation in terms of the status of this case, or are you all still wanting to go forward?
Your Honor, so I am actually requested to contact the victim and speak with them. I did read over the case and I did see the findings of incompetency. So I wasn't sure. I know there is no future settings as of right now, but I'm only pending to speak with the victims on this case.
How much time do you think you would need for that?
We can do a week would be fine.
Okay, I love your optimism. I just think maybe a week might be a little bit pushing it. I'm okay with giving you 2 weeks. Ms. Caballero, are you all right with that?
That's fine, Your Honor.
Let's see, maybe something can happen in 2 weeks. Go ahead.
No, that's fine. 2 weeks is good.
Okay, we'll do a 2 weeks reset of the status. Was there any other update, Ms. Caballero? Anything you wanted to inform the court of?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll see you in 2 weeks then. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Bye, ladies.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Who's next, Julie?
Hey, Judge Estrada, page 1.
Okay, go ahead.
Cause number 2020-0D01307, the state of Texas versus Raimundo Estrada II. Announcement of council, please.
Evan Marcantel for the state of Texas.
Julia Martin on behalf of Mr. Estrada, Your Honor, ready to proceed.
Okay, final hearing plea deadline, Mr. Mercantile.
Well, we've been talking with defense counsel. We've provided her an audio tape of the defendant basically confessing. And then we've also trying to get her some other interviews from other witnesses or victims in audio tape form to her. My office is in the process of loading all that up. We would like to work a deal in this case. We've basically accepted the defense attorney's or the defendant's counteroffer. We came down from 10 years to 5 years on the probation. His counter was 4 years. We thought we were going to have a deal on that, but the defense counsel had trouble getting hold of her client for a while. She finally got a hold of her client right before the Christmas holidays, and the client said he wanted a trial. So, but that's before I discovered these interview tapes that I hadn't seen before, and I don't know that the defense counsel had heard them either. I'm not. You'd have to ask her. But so I think we probably need a little bit more time, and I think we can. I'm hoping we can resolve this with the plea.
Ms. Martin?
Your Honor, all this evidence has just come to light, I believe, last week when he called me, when Mr. Mercantile called me. I need to review all that evidence. I don't think all of those audio tapes are on portal yet, since Mr. Mercantile is having his staff upload them. So I'm going to need a little bit more time to look at that discovery, Your Honor.
Do we want to go out to the July trial setting, or do you think you can do it quicker?
You know, it's hard to tell, Your Honor. It's hard to tell, but you know, better safe than sorry. Do you want to just keep it to July? And if we resolve anything, we'll let the court know.
Are you okay with that, Mr. Mercantile?
Yes, ma'am, I am, and we're hoping we're gonna reach an agreement, right, Ms. Martin? We're optimistic.
I would hope so.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I talked to Mr. Estrada, and he's still wanting to go to trial. So,
has he heard
if
that?
there's any change,
Has he heard that tape yet?
No, he has not.
Okay.
So I'm hoping that maybe I can get him in, and he'll hear the tapes, and then we'll take it from there.
Yep, I'm optimistic, Judge. Once he hears the tapes, I think he's gonna decide to take that counter offer he gave us.
All right, well, we'll leave it with the new interim settings. Obviously, no trial this week. We'll set it for the July 14th and 15th trial setting. If he still wants his trial, at least I know we have panels there for a trial. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. 14th and 15th of July, correct?
Correct.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Who's next, Chewy?
Hey, Judge Marquez on page 5.
Okay, go ahead.
Cause number 2020-0D05163, State of Texas versus Omar Marquez. Announcement of council, please.
Robert King for the state of Texas.
On behalf of Mr. Marcus Sharner, good morning.
Dorothy Reyes, adult probation, Your Honor.
Good morning. Okay, I was just looking. I don't know if I received a case summary. We're here for a probation status hearing. Ms. Reyes, can you give me an update, please?
Yes, Judge. Mr. Marquez was previously in custody and he was released early December. And my first contact with him was December 14th. I did have him scheduled for a following appointment, but there was a miscommunication and we're working on getting rescheduled, and then we got this new charge.
Okay, so what's the new charge?
The new charge is, hold on, let me pull that up. Oh, shoot, I'm so sorry.
I think it's assault.
I'm sorry.
Your Honor, I believe it's an AFV.
Okay, it's an assault, family violence.
Yes.
Okay, okay. Do we have is that already filed, Ms. King? Do you know?
Let me see. No, Your Honor, not yet.
Okay, any information? Do we know is the complainant? Do you know, Ms. Reyes, any, is it same complainant as our probation case or separate person?
No, Judge, it's separate. The complaint in this case is the grandmother whom he resided with.
Grandmother, okay. All righty. And the appointment, what was he scheduled to attend?
It was just going to be an initial, just to definitely, I mean, I went over all his conditions of probation. This was to do his TRAS and everything, Judge.
Okay, so we were just getting started. Mr.
Yes,
Rocco?
ma'am.
Yes, Your Honor. We just was sent the appointment, I think a little over a week ago. We don't even have portal access yet, nor do we can't get access on the new case. So we're not sure what's going on. So we're kind of in the dark right now.
Okay, is there a class number, Ms. King, or no, not yet?
Not yet, Your Honor. We did request to have this case presented.
Okay, are you anticipating it's going to be a felony?
No, Your Honor, I believe it will be a misdemeanor.
Okay, alrighty. All right, Mr. Rago, I'm going to go ahead and reset the probation status hearing for 2 weeks. In the interim, if you find you need to request a bond hearing or anything else, just let us know. Send us your request for a hearing. But if not, we'll see you in 2 weeks and see if we have that new case and maybe some more information.
Your Honor, may I? For the new case, there is a protective order, and that is effective until February 28, 2022.
Okay. All righty. So in terms of any bond hearing, Mr. Rago, if it's grandma and he was living with grandma, then, just know that that'll be an issue. All righty. Anything else?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
No, Your
Thank
Honor.
you very much. Thank you, Ms. Reyes.
Thank you. May I be excused?
Thank you.
Who's next, Chair?
May we excuse, Your Honor?
Yes, sir. Yes, Mr. Rago. Thank you.
Okay, Judge Rodriguez on page 5.
Okay.
It's cause number 2018-0D04880. State of Texas versus Carlos Antonio Rodriguez. Announcement of council, please.
Boa King for the state of Texas.
James Ray on behalf of the defendant, Your Honor. Good morning.
Good morning. Let me just pull up. I did have a case summary on this one. I have us down for a modification hearing.
Yes, Your Honor.
Carla, can you tell me a little, or was it yours, Mr. Ray? Were you at?
It was, Your Honor. Thank you. And if I may,
Sure.
I understand my client about a year into probation was arrested for a DWI, and the interlock device that was required of him under his bond at the time of his release on the DWI ended up becoming an additional condition to Your Honor's assault probation. He ended up pleading guilty on the DWI, Your Honor, and we finished up that DWI probation back in October of last year in county court at law number 2.
Okay.
And my client would like to have Your Honor consider removing the interlock device condition on Your Honor's assault probation term, for which he continues to report and satisfactorily complete.
Okay. So since February of last year, it looks like he didn't have any issues on it. So how long was his probation on the DWI?
Your Honor, it was 6 months. And
Okay.
so Yes, it was a shorter period of probation.
Right.
However, he did have that interlock in his vehicle since his release in September of 2020. So he has had it for about 15 months, more or less, 16 months at this time. And so we were hoping Your Honor and the state would consider the removal of that condition.
Okay, I think I'm good with that. Any concerns, Carla, that you know of? I think I read through the summary. I mean, we have still some things to take care of on our probation, but I think, you know, addressing the alcohol and driving, I think we've done that thus far. So unless
Your Honor, he, besides the only, I guess, violation reported back in February of last year, there's been no continued issues. He was referred to TAP as well. He completed that.
Yeah.
And as per probation officer, there's been no other violations with the device.
Okay, so let's go ahead and I'll grant that. Remove the interlock, might free up some money for him. I know he has some outstanding financial conditions to take care of. So let's just get him back on track. All right, so that'll be granted. We'll go ahead and take off the interlock. You can turn it in.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, counsel, and Ms. Pineda. We appreciate your consideration.
Thank you very much. Have a good day if you don't have anything else.
You too. Be safe.
Who's next?
Okay, Judge Ayala on page 4.
Go ahead.
Cause number 2020-0D03281. Cause number 2021-0D00763. State of Texas versus Fernando Ayala. Announcement of council, please.
Roa King for the state of Texas.
Julia Martin on behalf of Mr. Ayala, Your Honor.
Okay, this name sounds familiar. Let me just pull up the continue on probation, was placed on probation. Burglary habitation, being was submitted to the DA's office on 12/9. The department is recommending that he continue on probation and participate in TAP, include a theft task and then a review in 60 days. Ms. King, the new case, do we have that one already?
Your Honor, let me see. No, we do not.
If I may, Your Honor, we set it for an examining trial, and it is set on the 20th, which is this coming Thursday. Hopefully it will be indicted by then.
Okay, so let's what if we come back in 1 week? Are you all good with that?
Yes, Your Honor, that makes excellent sense.
Okay, we'll come back in 1 week on a probation status hearing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, who's next, Chuy?
Okay, Judge Corral, page 5.
Okay.
It's cause number 2018-0D03475. State of Texas versus Ivan Corral. Announcement of council, please.
Roa King for the state of Texas.
Julia Martin on behalf of Ms. Corral, Your Honor, ready to proceed.
And this again is another probation status hearing. Let me just pull up the case summary. Positive, that's back in June.
Judge, this is really where there was a new rearrest in August in 2021 for a DWI. The DWI is still a P file as well, hasn't been filed. She just, and just to remind the court, she does have previous, back in 2020, there were other rearrests. There was an evading. She had an MPR file that was dismissed. We continued her on probation. And then we have a new MTR file for the new DWI judge.
Yeah, that's a problem. Although the recommendation is that she just be referred for TAP assessment and modified for a portable unit. I'm not sure that's where I'm at. Julia, what do you and Ms. King, what are you all thinking?
Your Honor, go ahead, Ms. Martin.
No, please go ahead, Ms. King.
We have requested, or we're going to request that P file. It was a blood draw, and it was minor. It was 0.061. So.
Okay, so wait, we already have a result on the blood draw? Is that what it is? Oh, okay. Okay, well, that's different. But I guess I'm trying to understand, let's see. what are her needs? So maybe we're not gonna have a DWI, I'm not sure. Refer to TAP and her conditions be modified to contain to it. But what else is outstanding, Carla? I mean, it looks to me like we've just had a lot of issues with her.
I mean, and a good note, she did complete her BIP counseling last year in June 2021. She has gone through the TAP program and she's completed that as well back in 2020. So right now, outstanding, Judge, we kind of just have money. I mean, community service is not being worked on right now due to the pandemic, but
all right.
It's really up to the court. I guess we're now pending this DWI to see what's going to happen.
Is she set for anything like a bond hearing or anything, Julia? Is she coming up?
No, Your Honor, we don't go to the JMAC. She came in, of course, with the 48-hour bond hearing, and it was, of course, denied, mainly because we were going to defer to the 210th to see what you're doing, Your Honor. I mean, I have spoken to Mrs. Corral, and right now she's going through a very, very hard time over at the jail. Her grandson is in ICU in Lubbock, Texas. So the family, of course, would like her to visit with her grandson. I don't even know if that would be a possibility if she were released. So, I mean, the blood draw is like under a 0.08, Your Honor. I don't know what the state is going to do with that case. And I'll be honest with you, Judge, misdemeanors, I have had some that have not been filed for like over 6-8 months. So, I mean, you know, I'm at a loss on whether they are even going to file it, or are we going to keep her in jail with an unfiled misdemeanor?
I'm inclined, based on what I've heard thus far, Ms. Martin, to modify her per the recommendation of probation. But I'll tell you this, knowing everything, how can you coordinate with the family to make sure, basically, I want that monitor the second she walks out of jail. Okay. And so how likely is it that you can get the family to work on it and get the monitor squared away for her? So when I do release her, she has it. Because if she's, and I'm not going to have a problem if she wants to go visit grandkid in Midland, I think, but that's why I want that monitor. Lubbock. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, I would have there. I'm good with it as long as we have her monitor on her literally the second she's coming out.
I think we can do that quite rapidly. Her daughter is calling me almost on a daily basis. So I'm very certain that we can do that for her. We're talking about a handheld monitor.
Yes, the portable monitoring unit that has the GPS and daily reporting.
Okay, GPS and daily reporting. Would I have them contact the probation department to get the information on where to get the monitor for their mother?
I guess so. Yes, Carla, can you all provide that?
Yes, Julia, if you want to email me, or I can email you and I can refer you to her probation officer.
Wonderful, wonderful.
If I may, I apologize, Judge, if I just may add one last thing. I mean, it is pending, but she still has some time. She was ordered initially a 60-day jail commitment, so that's still pending. But that was part of a cup when she pled.
When she pled, okay. Well, then we'll leave that as part of her conditions. Mira, Julia, I don't know. Sometimes you all work faster. Sometimes I'd be happy to bring you back on Thursday. If not, we can come back in a week. You tell me what you think is really doable.
Well, I'm going to have to reach out to the family, and they're going to have to set up everything with the monitor. Yes, 1 week, Your Honor.
Okay. Reset.
Your Honor.
1 week. Monday, Ms. King.
If I may, Ms. Martin, can you send me any proof that, you know, her grandchild, I believe is who you mentioned, that they are? Just in confirmation.
Okay, I will talk to her daughter and ask her to send me some kind of confirmation. I don't have one right now. It was self-reported by the daughter and by my client, so.
Okay, just due to the history and the term of probation for this case.
Okay, Your Honor, and Mrs. King, as to the DWI, would you all just like me to set it up in the JMAG?
Yes.
Or
Oh, well, are you able to, Julia, in the JMAC? Yeah.
I
don't know.
have no idea.
Okay.
I have no idea unless we can always agree to a PR bond, Mrs. King. Are you allowed to do that?
At this point, I would like to see the proof of the
child
of the hospital, yes. So as of right now, no to the PR bond.
Okay. Who is assigned to the JMAG from your office, Ms. King?
That's a good
If
question.
you know.
I'm not too sure. I can find out and email you.
That sounds very good. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, ladies. Julia, we'll come back in 1 week. Good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor. Bye-bye.
Who's next, Chuy?
Okay, Judge Roman, page 5.
Okay.
Cause number 2017-0D0-0480, State of Texas versus George Luis Roman. Announcement of council, please.
Roa King for the state of Texas.
Your Honor, I believe that Mr. Roman, we're here on a motion to substitute counsel.
That's what we have, a motion to substitute in a probation status. Does anyone, can someone tell me who's filed that motion to substitute? Oh, here we go.
Let me look it up.
Your Honor, it was filed by Derek Hinata.
Okay. And
Also, Judge, if you he's on page 8 of the docket he's set at 3 o'clock as well on a bond hearing.
okay, but I guess Ginata's trying to sub in. Is that what it is?
Yes, Your Honor.
That's correct.
And where is he? Is he here, Chuy?
No, Judge, I don't see him unless he's on one of the, I have 2 iPhones that are waiting in the waiting room. Let me give him a call. Let me see if he's going to be coming in right now, Judge.
Okay, so I don't have a problem if he's gonna sub in, but he's gotta be here for the bond hearing as well. Julia, you had scheduled the bond hearing, see?
No, Your Honor, we had not. That was Mr. Hinata.
Mr. Ginata did, and he's not attorney of record?
You know, it is what it is. We've had this issue before with him, Your Honor, if you will recall.
Okay, I don't, but okay. Let's move on to the next one.
Okay, Judge, we also have Eduardo Duron on page 5. Cause number 2015-0D0-0877, State of Texas versus Eduardo Duron. Announcement of council, please.
Roa King for the state of Texas.
Is Mr. Duran, are you there?
Judge, let me bring in the 2
Sure.
that are in the waiting room. Let me see who they are.
Carla, do you show any more details on that denial? Let's see, denied extension. Okay, in January of 2019, we denied the early discharge. And in 20, we allowed a 3-year extension. More time to pay restitution. Where are we on the restitution, Carla?
Your Honor, it has been paid off.
Okay.
It was paid in October of 2021.
And the department is not opposed to early discharge as he's completed all. Have we had any, what is this? This is an ag assault. Any information from Mr. Duran? I'm sorry, which, Mr. Duran, would you raise your hand? Eduardo Duran? Say something. I don't know who these.
I'm not sure if either one, Judge. Neither one has identified themselves. I checked earlier with the gentleman in the green shirt. I don't think he's connected to the audio. To the other gentleman on the iPhone, if you could unmute and give us your name, please.
Okay. Carlos Rodriguez.
Okay, thank you,
Okay.
Mr. Rodriguez. If you'll just
You're
mute it,
welcome.
please.
Unmute. You want me to mute it?
Yeah, please mute. We'll get to you in just a second.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor,
This is Marissa. I had a question if Ms. Martinez is still on the line about Fernando Ayala that I noticed on the jailing. She said she was set for an examining trial, and I did see that scheduled, but it was scheduled for the Burg of Hab on M21000646. There was an added charge this weekend on the 16th. And I don't know if you have that one scheduled. It's going to be M22.
No, we don't. We don't even have a file open on it.
Okay, so I don't know if like Ms. King or Ms. Martin know about it, but it's M22000017.
Thank you so very much. I'll look into it over here. Thank you.
Thanks, Marissa. You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Monday.
Judge, I think on Mr. Duran, the early discharge, I don't believe he's on, and I don't think we have the attorney on as well.
So I don't show an attorney, and let me see.
I don't see one either, Judge.
Let me look up real quick and make sure I don't have something outstanding in my emails.
And I just asked his probation officer if she scheduled the hearing, and this is as per the attorney.
The motion for early discharge was filed by Mr. Bada, but he did not do an entry. Manny Bada. So he may not know, and his client may not know. So
I just got a call from Para Law Office. He will be jumping on soon. He's in another hearing.
all right. Okay, Chewy, so maybe we can go to another case.
Okay, Judge. Mr. Rodriguez, Carlos Rodriguez, that was with Mr. Ray. That's already been handled.
Yes, okay.
So
So on that
Mr.
one,
Rodriguez-
yeah, go ahead, Chewy. Sorry.
Mr. Rodriguez, if you can contact your attorney, Mr. Ray, he did handle your case already, sir. So you're good to go.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. And then to the gentleman on the iPhone, can I get your name, please? In the green. shirt? No,
Carlos
you're
Rodriguez.
good to go, Mr. Rodriguez.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Thank you.
The other gentleman on the iPhone wearing the green shirt. Okay, Judge, there's no contact with this gentleman.
Well, he answered, but he's muted, so maybe he can just touch the phone, get some
Okay.
little, thank you.
There you go.
Sorry, ma'am. Ernesto Zamora, this is my name, sir.
Okay, give me 1 second, sir. I'm gonna put you back in the waiting room. I think we did handle yours already. Give me a minute.
Okay.
Judge, and I did try and get a hold of Mr. Quinata.
Okay.
And there's no answer. I left him a message on his personal cell. Let me try and give his office a call, Judge.